was handsome. I don't know about now, but I started apologizing to this boy. This boy dragged me. When we say someone has dragged you, no thick woman in this world has a fruitful marriage. About my weight, I don't want to lose the weight. Hi guys, hi darlings, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. My name is Louisa Jane. For those of you that are new here, and if you're returning, you're the real G with 2 G's. And I know when you see me sitting down, it's about weight loss, but today it's not about weight loss. It's actually about a story time when I was overweight, when I had a lot of weight. It's a story time and I decided to fill you guys in, because if I don't fill you in, I'm not sure I'll be able to sleep again. This happened a long time ago and I'm hoping you can probably relate with it. And if you happen to find yourself in the same situation, I'm hoping you'll be able to leave. And when you leave, it would probably not have effects on your mind like it did on my mind. So let's just get into the story. Quick one. But the story is so juicy. So we need a wine. We need chilled wine. I'm actually going out, but I'll drink. I haven't eaten the whole day and I need to drink for the story. So guys, yes, if you have wine, pour yourself wine. If you don't have wine, this is a lot. If you don't have wine, I am giving you permission to drink anything you want. Even if it's Coke, I want you to drink it because the story is juicy. So guys, let's just get into it. Okay, let's just get into it. And this story is basically about how I gained so much weight because of a toxic relationship I happened to be in, and I didn't even know it was toxic. So let's start from somewhere so you get to the whole picture. So when I went to uni, or when I was in uni, first level 100, I was this slim babe. I'll find some of the pictures and insert in here. I was very slim. I think I have lost a lot of weight, as you guys know. And if it's your first time showing up on my channel, I'll put a before picture here and then an after picture here, so you see how much I've lost weight. But I also put a picture in here where it shows the old me, how I used to look. I used to be quite slim. If I'm not exaggerating, I was either size 8. I was slimmer than this, so I was either size 8 or size 6, if I'm not exaggerating. So I went to level 100 fast. I was a size 8 babe. I had a boyfriend home, but when I came to school, I mean the uni boys, you guys know, so I needed a uni boy. So one uni guy approached me. Apparently he was in my class. He happened to be in my class. So he said hi to me on campus one day and I said hi back, but we never had a chance to talk. Only for me to go to class. Bing bing. This boy was in my class. We had this course called African Studies. I remember vividly. I remember everything about this relationship, unless I want to lie about it, but I remember. So we're doing a presentation and it got to his turn and this guy was presenting. Then our eyes met and this boy rolled his eyes at me. And in Africa here, when someone rolled their eye at you, it means they have an issue with you or you are doing something they are not cool with. So he rolled his eyes at me and in my head I'm like, what have I done to this guy for him to do that to me? But I dropped it because I mean fresh just came to school, so it wasn't a big deal. Fast forward, my bestie came to me and was like, this guy says he likes me. And my other bestie, which we don't talk anymore, too, came to tell me this guy says he likes me. And I'm like, no, this guy doesn't like me. If he likes me, he wouldn't have rolled his eyes at me, because that was rude. But he did it anyway, because if you like someone, usually you either pamper them or you probably, you know, I don't know, but there's more nicer way or cute way to flirt with someone than rolling their eyes at them. So I told them, no, I don't think this guy likes me. Then he finally had a chance to approach me that he likes me. And I will not lie, those times in school, this boy used to dress good. He was handsome. I don't know about now, but he was handsome in our class. I think it was the best dressed in my class. No offense if you were in my class, you know this. I think he was one of the best dressed. Let me go for that. He was one of the best dressed guys in my class. So I mean, those times we wanted, you know, men like that, so men that can dress, you know, yes. So yes, he approached me, and I like the whole idea that someone like that likes me. Like someone like that likes me. So I went to my friends and I was like, okay, so you know what? The guy has finally approached me and apparently he likes me. Let me just sip some wine. That's wine I have to sip with straw because of my lip gloss because I'm going out. Ooh. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me put it here. This guy says he likes me and all that. Then my bestie was like, he knows this guy. He knows him from SHS. He was popular in Sunyani at that time. And he knows he's always in like a committed relationship, a relationship that everybody knows about. That's the kind of guy that approached me. His relationship is always known. His life is like, he's a little popular in a dispensation. I won't say in the whole of Sunyani, but in our age mate, he was popular. So she told me about his previous relationship, how toxic he was to the girl, how they were both toxic, they were always fighting, but they were always in love too, and blah blah blah. And one person also amongst my friend circle, so we were 5 friends and 3 of them knew him before myself. So one person also mentioned that she heard this boy is sickle cell and he might have an episode that I won't be able to handle. So genuinely, I was a child. I mean, these days, if you come and you're sickle cell, I don't even care. Not that he's sickle cell, it was a wrong miscommunication. Let me just clear myself. But I mean, I was a child, so as soon as I heard the sickle cell, I was like, what if there's an episode that I'm unable to, you know, manage? So it made me draw back, and we never got to be in a relationship because in my head he was a sickle cell. But now if you're a sickle cell, please, the baby girl is AA, so you know. But anyway, I actually drawn back. I had to draw back because I mean, my mother and my father don't have, so if someone gets an episode, I can't take it to the hospital. But then again, I was a child, so yeah, I draw back small, and anytime he proposes to me, I just drop it from level 100 to level 300 consistently. This guy told me he likes me, and I kept saying no. So level 200 last semester vacation time, I barely go home during vacation because I don't have a family giddy to go home to. So anytime I stay on campus, and he lives in the city where my uni is. So I was walking around and he met me someday and was like, do you live here during vacation? I was like, here on vacation, I don't go home anymore. I live here. And was like, okay, let's hang out. But he never got back to me. So I was like, okay, it's just one of those. I mean, it's not like I want to be in a relationship with him anyway, so I dropped it. So when we came to school, I think the first 2 weeks, level 300, the first 2 weeks or the first week, I met him on campus, like campus hostel. And I was like, hey, how are you and all that. I was with one of my friends, and he told my friend that he's not talking to me, he doesn't want to be friends with me, he just wants a relationship with me. He likes me, he thinks I'm pretty, but if I don't want a relationship with him, then this cannot happen. Like, then he can't entertain any friendship with me. There shouldn't be any sort of friendship. It's either relationship or nothing. It's not like he's looking for a friend in me. Please let me check it if it's still recording. Okay, yeah, it's still recording. So guys, yes, he told me plain that it's not like he's looking for a relationship in me. It's not like he's looking for a friendship in me. He's just looking for a relationship. So if I'm not giving him the relationship, then there's no need to be friends, or there's no need to pretend like he wants me as a friend. So when he said that, he genuinely also stopped talking to me. He wasn't minding me on campus and all that. Toxic trait number 1 that I should have known. Guys, that alone felt like, okay, this boy has flexed me. This boy is not like the other guys that are all over me, gushing over me. So I mean, we're pulling just move. So Charlie, then I was like, okay, it's fine, let me just start being nice to him. Maybe I will like him, or maybe I'd find myself falling in love with him. Fast forward, we came to class one day, and then the lecturer had done a random group selection, and he happened to be in my group. After our group meeting, he decided to walk me home, and then he asked me out for the last time, and I said yes. Then, I mean, the time I think I fell in love with him. Was it love? Well, that time I was pretty much in love with him. So we're in a relationship, we're in the same class, but this boy could pull a fast one on me. He was literally on my issue every time. He was always fighting with me. At a point, I wasn't even writing midterms because Charlie, my boyfriend, is not fighting with me. And when I go to class, I'll see him and he'll give me attitude. So my heart could not take that. Hey, I used to be a John girl. My heart could not take that, guys. So at a point, I was missing class anytime he fights with me. That's a toxic trait number 2. He doesn't care what will happen. I mean, he would make sure he frustrates you. I don't know if I'm making sense, but toxic trait number 2, I didn't care. That time I was head over heels. That time I was the one a lot more in love with him. Toxic trait number 3 that I should have known. I started talking to an elderly person, I mean older than us. He was done with national service and I was in level 300 and he was actually working. He really liked me genuinely. He was buying me stuff, giving me money, but he didn't even like me sexually because I don't know whether he would watch this, but as at that time he was even a virgin. So there's no way he was going to be intimate with me. He just liked me for liking sake and because he was a good person. And this was around 2017, thereabouts. So genuinely, he was just a good person. And my boyfriend started reading my chat between me and the guy. So this time he read my chat between me and the guy. I needed to drink this because what I'm about to say, nobody has heard this, not even my bestie. Nobody, not even my roommates at that time. When he read the text, and there's this mindset where, especially in our society, when you faulted someone, no matter how the person got the information, as far as they're at fault, you would have to apologize. I mean, it doesn't even matter when you go to the courthouse and your evidence, no matter how they got the evidence, so far as there's an evidence, you're at fault. So there was an evidence that I was flirting with someone or talking with someone and I was at fault. So I admitted, I accepted, and then I started apologizing to this boy. This boy dragged me. When we say someone has dragged you, like dragged you, this boy dragged me and sacked me out of his hostel or out of wherever he was staying that time. He dragged me and he sacked me. Then I went. Me too. I was in love. I was still in love, guys. I was still in love. I kept apologizing. He even went to Kumasi. I followed him to Kumasi. Hey! We went to Republic Hall Week together. And then when we were coming, he dragged me back. I mean, he went before me and I went after him. And he happened to meet me at Epilogo. It's a shorts festival. So when he met me there, we spoke for a while and he gave me the assurance that the relationship it's okay. When we come back, we could just work it out. So I mean, I was happy. So he dragged me back, even though I wasn't supposed to come with him. He dragged me back, and I mean, my man is coming, so I followed him back to school only for him not to forgive me. And now that's why I started talking about my weight small. And in level, I'll find out with 300 picture and insert into the video. I had gained weight. I was 77 thereabouts, so I was size 14. I think I was officially size 14. Size 12 could not fit again. I think I was officially size 14. So he started talking about my weight. My weight has done this, my weight has done that. I should check my weight and all that. But because the relationship was functioning, I didn't really give much attention to the little complaints. Then it was still on my head. My weight has done this today, my weight has done that tomorrow. I still did not really give much attention to it because it was a functioning relationship, and so far as the relationship functioned, I was okay with that. Fast forward, toxic trait number 4. This boy came to my hostel one day. I told you when we vacate, I don't go home. So I think he came to my hostel one day. I was on campus. It was around 10 a.m 11 a.m ish, and I was eating eba and okra. Hey, the way this boy blasted me. This early morning I should look at what I'm eating. Why won't I grow fat? My stomach will fall on my private area. Blah 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 blah. Early morning, I'm supposed to be taking tea. I'm supposed to be taking porridge. Bro, I take care of myself. Like, everybody has gone home. It's vacation and I live on campus. Do you think I have an option to be buying porridge and to be buying this. It won't even sustain me. This boy blasted me. Hey, that day I felt so bad. You know when you're thick, you can relate to this. You know when you're thick and you overdo something like overeat or overdrink, and they refer you, and especially you're not comfortable with your weight and they refer you, you feel bad. You might even cry or be depressed. So I felt bad. Hey, the whole of that day I did not eat. Aside the Eba. And the Eba, he came to meet me eating this. I wasn't done. When the blasting came, my goodness, I did not eat again till the following day. Then as toxic as he is, some of them I don't want to go into details because it doesn't relate to this weight gain and all that. So I just broke up with him before national service. I was tired. I called him one day. I was like, fuck off, I'm done with him. I remember the words so clearly and vividly. So I broke up with him. So during graduation and all that, we were broken up. The national service, the love of my life came back again. That's why he came. Bang bang. That's why he came that he likes me, he still loves me, and we have a future together. Like, he can see our future together. I'm not lying. When I was in uni, I feel like I was a vibe to an extent. I was thick. I didn't start off as a thick babe, but I've always been a vibe. So he was like, he knows we have a future, we would have a beautiful future and all that. And I bought into that dream. Me, I'm always buying into people's dream. I'm so recently, and I bought into that dream. And we started dating again. And he wouldn't stop going through my phone. So he went through my phone, and I was still in contact with the same person. So he thought there is something this guy is doing for me that I just can't let him go. Like, I'm making the guy ruin our relationship. That's why, guys, my man called me on the phone one day. Then he was like, he needed to talk to me for about 3 hours. I was like, okay, let's talk. I knew he's found something on my phone, because anytime he finds something on my phone, he doesn't even close the chat. He locks the phone so that as soon as you open the phone, you will see that you've been caught. So I opened it and I realized, okay, I've been caught, because that day he came for a sleepover and he left the following morning without talking to me. So I knew that yeah, you. But I knew it wasn't a big issue. But no, even if it was me, I probably wouldn't have understand that why are you still talking with this girl that I'm not comfortable with. But I knew I was at fault. So when he called me and wanted to talk about something, I knew that was what he wanted to talk about. Like, the boy, apparently no, he wanted to talk about my weight. Guys, this is where everything starts. This guy tells me that I will never have a fruitful marriage because I'm thick, and that no thick woman in this world has a fruitful marriage. He also said, the Lugan girls will come after my man, and if he ends up with me, he's telling me that he will go after the young girls because I am thick. He's been telling me about my weight. I don't want to lose the weight. If I want to have a happy life, a fulfilled life, I don't have to be overweight. As if that is not enough. He spoke on and on and on and on and on about how my marriage will fail because I'm thick. Guys, I am a thick babe. I understand. I used to be a thick babe. But there are also people that are thicker than me with a happy life. A much more happier life. But this guy, he went on, and the call dropped. The following day, same time I was at dawn, I had another call again. It's relationship. I was a fool. I'm not even coming and how do you call it? I won't come and give myself reasons why I understood that I was simply a fool. Just that he called me again and I picked. Love of my life has called again. He's coming to solve our issue. He's coming to give me a second chance for me to prove my love to him. Because of this guy, I even started going to a gym. Then when he called again, as I was saying, this like the same thing. I won't be successful because I am thick. I'll have a miserable life because I am thick. And if I give birth, quite the worst. I'll be like, when I'm pregnant or when I have a child, that's when my husband would cheat on me. Like, this boy painted a vivid picture. And I couldn't defend myself because I have not always been comfortable with my weight. If you've known me from 2015, I knew about VSG, I had done my research, I knew the amount to pay, 33,000 Ghana cedis. My school fees as at that time was 1,009 said they make 33,000 cities when I knew about all these things. So if you are closer to me, especially if you're in a relationship with me, you know that I am not comfortable being thick. So when he was saying all these things and knowing how I feel inside, it clicked. Guys, instead of me to defend myself, I started crying on the phone. I cried about 3 hours on the phone because the conversation was long. And I remember it was like 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. like twice, telling me how I will not have a good life, how I will not have this because I am fat. And when you are fat and someone tells you all these things, you've also seen thick people go through this experience in life and they've spoken about it, so you automatically feel like it might happen to you. So that's fear, guys, that fear. I couldn't even talk to anybody about it because I felt like, what if I tell somebody about how this boy spoke to me or the things this boy spoke to me, and the person also says, but it's true. Because especially in our generation or where we came from, people lose weight for men. I'm not lying, my mother lost weight. My mother lost a lot of weight before she got to 50, a lot of weight to keep her marriage. So I saw it, so it kept ringing in my head. I was like, this boy is trying to tell me something I'm always ignoring. Then, I mean, as a 90 babe, as a Gen Z, I'm sort of Gen Z, kakra. Don't say anything, I'm a Gen Z, leave there. So guys, yes, I finally gathered the vim. I think after that conversation, another conversation again, I called him one day. I was like, Charlie, I'm done. Me, I'm like that. So I just called him. I was like, I'm done. And I blocked him. Oh, I think I blocked him. Or we blocked ourselves. So, yeah. But a year later, he started texting me. I think he texted me on Snap. So he was on my Snap, he was on my Instagram. And then we started, hi, hello, but we're not in a relationship anymore. And what he said pissed me so off, because after that year, now I met men that's like just thick girls, and so they treated me like a queen. They were pampering me, and I was like, what the why did I allow this guy to treat me like this? So it just pissed me off, and he could see my picture on my video every time, and I was chilling, and that's the kind of girl he likes, a girl that's chilling, always up and about, has been here before and all that. And I was that girl, and I could tell he liked me to an extent, and I wanted to spite him. So Charlie, and I started gaining weight and making him know that I have gained weight and I have it all. I don't have it all though, but at that time, whatever a girl needed at that time, I had it. So I wanted to prove a point to him, and he liked me even when I had more weight than I used to have. So I was trying to prove a point to him that, Charlie, even if you don't like me, even if you think I have a miserable life, there are people. And I started doing the upset thing to gain weight and how do you call it, and own it. Yes, so now I started gaining weight and owning it because someone told me these things consistently. Then fast forward, I lost weight and I met him recently. I know he would watch this because he watches my vlog. He might probably unsubscribe, but you owe me an apology though. But fast forward, I lost weight and I went to Sunyani for a wedding, and I met this guy. Then we spoke for a while. We are friends. I'm actually a good person. I like people. So we spoke for a while, and then was like, he's lost weight and all that. And he had the audacity to tell me that this is what he's been telling me to do, and I did not do it. And I thought he did not like me enough. And he had the audacity to also tell me that everybody that I associate myself with at the end of the day become thick, because I don't know whether I carry the virus of being thick. Even after I had lost weight, guys, this boy, no matter what I would do, is toxic. That is the nature. It shouldn't have affected me in any way. I should have known from when he rolled his eyes at me to get me, when he started not talking to me to get me. Most of the time he pulls stance like that, like he will do the upset thing to get your attention and all that. Like he doesn't mind disrespecting you in public. I don't know, all these things. I should have just known that that is the nature of the person. And if I want to lose weight, I am losing weight because at the end of the day, I want to lose that weight. It's not because he was not okay with it or because he was blasting me constantly. So if you happen to find yourself in any situation where your man does not like your weight, and as if it's not enough, he's constantly in your head feeding you negative things, I'll be here to assure you that you will actually not lose the weight. Oh, the negative thing will probably push you to do worse. It will push you to be depressed. It will push you to stress eating, and at the end of the day, you will pile it up. Leave. I have a 2-bedroom house. Come, baby girl, come. Leave. If you have a parent that is on your head. My daddy told me that I'm obese, so I deserve to be a headmistress. No job fits me because I'm obese. If you have a parent like that, you have siblings like that, if you're in a relationship and they're constantly telling you, you look like this, you look like, please, he saw you when you were thick and he still came for you. If whatever he saw in you is not substantial enough for him to be in a relationship with again, leave. Guys, so yes, I left and it made me do worse. It actually took me to be single to know that I actually wanted to lose the weight for myself. I had to be single to lose the weight. So maybe you have to be single too. We can be single together. I'm lying, being single is so easy. It's so easy. But it took me to be single to know that I want to lose weight. It didn't take me a toxic boyfriend. It didn't take me a toxic boss. The boss story will come. The boss story, it's even worse than this. That one too will come. So guys, yes, I hope you enjoyed the story time. I freed myself from the toxic guy, but whatever he said to me kept lingering in my head and it made me do worse. And I hope you'll be able to leave. And I'll see you in my next video, probably my vlog, because I'm going out and I got pretty. See you. Bye. See you. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.